in previous classes?
No.
Just me?
No.
Okay.
We are
So, yeah, so yesterday what we are trying to achieve is, and why we are not able to achieve, so we'll see that. Okay, so yeah, so we were having one EC2 machine, and we want the logs related with the EC2 machine should be stored inside the CloudWatch logs. Okay, so if we want to record the logs of EC2 machine inside the CloudWatch, so what we need to do, we need to make the connection between them. So for that we need to install the agent inside this, and once we install the agent, it will not directly go and send the log to the CloudWatch. We need to make one more connection between them, that is a role. We need to assign the role, and the role assignment purpose is because if two services wants to communicate with each other, we need to assign one role to make this connection. This was the problem we were solving. So we have created role successfully, but the problem is while creating a EC2 machine, we are not able to follow this document, right? We are not able to attach install that AWS logs inside the AWS machine. So the problem was very simple. There was not a big problem. It was just the related with the AMI. So what happened earlier, like a little around Feb or January months, AWS was using AMI, this AMI of like old one 2022. So there everything was okay. Like it was just a old generation AMI which was having all the documentation. But the problem was that AMI was completely compatible with this documentation. But now they have changed the AMI, but still the documentation updation part is not done, because it's not about the AWS CloudWatch log agent, it's about the other softwares also. Because day before yesterday I was trying to install MySQL inside this, and I was following the same documentation part, which is like this type of documentation, but still that command was not working. So this time what I did, just to make sure that whether I'm doing right or not, so I tried the other AMI of the same thing. The only difference is just it's just a little bit updated AMI, and the other one is not that much updated. That's it. The rest thing are same. So I tried with the old AMI. So let's just quickly go and select the old AMI, and everything will be same. And one more thing, we can also install CloudWatch into that 2023 AMI also, but we need to search and we need to find a way how we can install. So the way to install that is this one. We have one more article from the AWS. In that article, just below this article, in that article it is giving the how to set up an agent into normal machines. Like normal machines, it's like it's not specific to the Amazon Linux, it's like for all the machine, like Ubuntu, Rail, and the CentOS, any type of machine you can go ahead and install, and this will be the setup, how you need to go and do the setup. So at the end of the day, they both will perform the same task. But I just wanted to show you that with these commands only, because they are having a direct AWS log agent installation part. And under this article only, they have mentioned one more part. See, to install and configure CloudWatch log on existing Ubuntu server and CentOS and Red Hat instance. Existing is like if you have already having a machine. So this is again the way, the same type of command which is mentioned here. So either way you can go and follow. Okay. So let's just go ahead and create one machine with old version of operating system. Okay. So simply just try to connect it. I have not attached the role yet with the machine, but while creating a machine also we can go ahead and attach the role. So the option to attach the role will be, you will find inside the advanced, I guess. I'll show you. See, under this option, go there, yeah, advanced detail. See, this is the option where you can go and attach the role which you have created. But I have not attached because I just wanted to show you the benefit of attaching the role, what exactly the role is doing. So till now I created only normal machine. So let me log in into that machine. And simply just go and update this machine first. Okay, so no package update is required. Now what next it is showing, we need to go and install the AWS logs package. So just simply type and paste and install. So it is installing. So it's installed. Now next part is, as we are working on Amazon Linux 2 AMI, so we need to use the systemctl package to start the AWS logs, otherwise the service start will also work. But before that, let's just check the status. So how to check the status? Instead of start, just type the status. See, it is inactive right now. So let's just quickly go and start it. Okay, so it is started. And now just do the check configuration AWS on also. For normal machines, you just go and perform the check always on. But for Amazon Linux 2, you need to enable the check, because see, what is the meaning of this enable, start and restart? What is the difference between start and enable? Any guesses, any idea? See, while starting, what happened? See, if you able to see, I don't know, are you able to see the screen clearly, or should I change the appearance?
Yeah, yeah, I can see the screen.
Okay, great. So see, when I started the machine, see, earlier it was inactive. When I started, it was active, right? But if I will stop this machine, okay, and if I will again on this machine, the service will stop. So whatever services is running on the machine, until the machine is running, the services will up. Once the service will stop, that will be stopped. When you again start the machine, you have to again go and start the service, that particular service. But I don't want that. I want, whenever my machine will be up, that all the services related with the AWS logs should be up automatically. So in that case, we need to enable. So with the enable, what we do, we are enabling the service in BIOS. It's like whenever the system will start, automatically that machine has to enable. Simply go and paste it, and okay. So see, if you go and again see the status, you see this part. See here, earlier the service was disabled, but here now it is enabled. So this is the difference between enable and start. So there might be a chance someone will ask you, not in the AWS exam, but they will ask you that I want every time my service to be up and running, even though my system is stopped, or it's not it's in the stop state, or it's in the up state. So that has to be up. It could be any service, either it could be AWS related, MySQL related, database related, any type of service. So you just need to give them an answer. Yes, what we can do, we can enable that service, which will help us to on the service all the time. Okay, so here we are done with the installation. Now we have Now what we have two files, this one and this one. So right now I'm not doing any changes into that, but I just wanted to show you the content, what contents we have. So these are the default files, AWS logs config and AWS CLI config. So file configuration log to track, it will help us to track the information, and here it will show the region, which region we are pointing. So just simply go and type nano slash etc slash aws logs, and what is the file name is the aws logs config. Okay, enter. So see, this is the file, what the file, this content it is having. See, state is the agent and the rest of the things are right now commented, but they have this point, what they are logging. So they are logging messages only. So whatever thing is performing in the machine, like start, stop, up, install, everything they are monitoring. But if I want to, and buffer duration is 5000, like this, if I want to customize it, I don't want that message to be only to be logged, we want to change it. So there might be lot of options you will get. One way of that is, see this one, system log. If you want to monitor a syslog, so you can go ahead and copy that option. If you want to log, see log messages is here, but if you want to take the syslog into the Ubuntu machine, this will be the option. You can go ahead and monitor application status also, any type of things you can do. You just need to search some syntax part and some of the information what you need to put here. Might be, I guess, here we need to change the application. You will get all the informations here. See, it is showing that the A means the weekend and all the examples. So by default it is showing. So right now I'm just keeping the blank, default file only. Okay, so now let's just go and open the other file, what the other file is having. That one is AWS CLI config. So nano slash etc aws logs aws CLI config. See, okay, I don't have permission, I need to go with the sudo. Okay, so here I'm just only mentioning the region, from which region to which region I need to record the logs. That's it, not any other thing. So control X. Okay, now if you are performing any changes into these two files, you have to again restart the service just to take that changes into the latest CloudWatch configuration. Okay, so yeah, now we are done with the configuration. Now next part is, let's just go and see the status of logs in the CloudWatch log dashboard. So under log groups, okay, this one is not related with our thing, so I'm just deleting this log group. Okay, see, so you will not get any information right now. Okay, so how the information from here to here will come, because the configuration is correct and they are monitoring the log. If you want to see that the service is up, see, the service is up and running, it's working fine. It is saying that they are following this configuration files. And if you go and see what they are doing, they are pushing the log into this, from this to this. So now how we will get that log here? So it's just very simple. The connection between EC2 and the CloudWatch is not established. So to perform that, just simply go to action. Under that action, you will see the security. Under security, you will get the modify IAM option, and just select the IAM role which you have created. Just click that and update. Once you do that, immediately if you go and refresh here within 1 or 2 minutes, I guess, you will get the information. Okay, if it is not coming, then let's try and restart the service again. Maybe the role has to be picked up. So just simply go and type restart. Let's see that. Okay, restarting is done. Now let's see. Okay, yes, if you are attaching a role also, then also you need to restart the machine. So just simply go and open that, and it will show you the logs. So what instance? DE46 is the instance. So DE46 is my instance ID, which is having the logs. So logs, under log, just go and see this. See what all are the things you have performed till now. It will record. Okay, so how it is recording? Just simply go and read. See, everything is up, like starting the initiative, cloud init, and this is like, these are the information when you are creating a machine, and starting the host name. I just want to show you some familiar one. See, SSD key gen was okay. Start the logging. You will get the open SSH key generation, and you will get that CloudWatch agent installation part also here somewhere. See, so this is the, see, system CTL stopping the AWS log daemon. Like I stopped that and I restarted, right, recently. So I just simply see, if right now what is the time, 1844. Okay, if I'll go and again restart the service, let's just go and refresh this page again, and let's see the latest log what we are getting. See, after 44, see, this is the 44, 1844. Now 1823, again I got these three, and there what I did first, restart means first it was going to stop it, and then stopped, then again start. So this will be the three things they have performed. So it is like they are logging. So are you able to understand the meaning and how their logging is done?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is about the CloudWatch log, how it's been done. Okay, and this is something like a option where you can perform the query. Like query is kind of like, I want to get the information of only stop state or run state, like that we can, or even the timestamp. So these are some of the like a query criteria where you can go and run the query to fetch the data, but it's like for mainly for the monitoring purpose only. So right now it's not required, but if I'll go and run the query, I will get this information, some information. I need to just change the parameters and it will give the information here. I can go ahead and add this information into the dashboard. Simply it will go and display into the dashboard also. Okay, so this is how CloudWatch log work. Okay, any doubt? So let's just quickly understand the only thing which is left here is the CloudWatch events. Now what is the meaning of event? Why we do need that? So I told you event is just simply whenever I want to perform some task, I want after some times or based on some state or status or some information, I want to trigger an event. So how that event will be triggered? Like for example, I have this EC2 machine, okay, and I want whenever the state of this EC2 machine will be changed, I need to get notification in my email account. So how I can get that email? Simply just go and open your mailbox. Yeah. Now what I need to do? I need to first create a SNS which will help me to get the notification. So just simply go and again create the SNS topic the same way earlier we were created. So that will be the same thing. Simply just create the topic, create topic, and I want standard and EC2 machine state. So this will be the topic, leaving all the things default. Simply just create a subscription, and I want email notification, endpoint will be so I will get the email notification here. Okay, I need to subscribe this. So yes, we are done with the SNS topic configuration. Okay, now let's quickly go to CloudWatch. So under CloudWatch you will get under this rules, just click on this rules, that is the event rule. Now I want to create an event rule, so just create rule. Under this I want event pattern. Okay, I want to create an event. So under this what event and what time I want to go inside this, and under this the service name is EC2, and under EC2 for all the event or for the state change or for anything we can go ahead and select, like if AMI state change, if instant state change, if volume notification, snapshot notification. So any instance I'm just selecting all type of event. What they have to do, they need to go, and this is just like whatever options I have selected here, this is showing the as a policy part. Like policy part means as a JSON file. For example, if I go and select this option only, so it will go and show me this one option, like what are the option is related with my selection, it will go and show that, show the simple events. So that's completely the coding related part, so that's okay. But I want event to be triggered at every state. Or under this if I'll go and see, so what type of specify state I will get, I guess I will get pending option, like that I can go and add it. Okay, no, I don't want these kind of complications right now. See here, if I go and select this instant state change notification option, I will get the these type of instance you can get. So I can go and start specify that states I want every time should I get the notification. So this is like I'm creating an event that whenever EC2 will change the state, which state any one of them, I should get the target, like the target should be triggered. Now what type of target we can have? So see, under target we have a lot of options, right? And that lot of option is this, either we can go ahead and trigger the lambda function, either we can go ahead and call the SNS topic. These many options we can do. We can generate the pipeline, we can call the any API, we can go and do some SSM ops item, like many more options. But as we are familiar with SNS right now, so I will just simply call the SNS topic. And under this, what SNS topic I have created? I have created that recently EC2 machine state. So is there anything? No, I don't want any other option. Just simply go and add it and configure the detail. Now they are asking me to write the name of the rule. So CW event. Okay. State is enabled. Create rule. So my rule is created. Status is running. Now what we can do next is, see, we can delete, edit and disable also. So right now the what JSON format it is giving, we have created an event on AWS EC2 instance. The detailed will be state change notification, and at what state, these are the states where they need to go and change the run the event. So let's just quickly go here and let me stop this instance. And see, whenever I will stop my instance, I should get the notification here. Okay, stopped. Yes, see, I got EC2 machine state change, and it is showing the stopping state and then stop state. So I got two emails. If I'll go and again start this machine, so see, it's now moved into the pending state because it is going and starting. So I got the pending state notification also. Soon we will get the start state notification also running. See, so I got the email at running state also. So understood the purpose and the need of events, CloudWatch events. So there are four things under CloudWatch. One is CloudWatch alarm. Alarm is something whenever the something goes wrong with my infrastructure, it will alert me. The trigger will happen automatically. We can also perform the task using alarm. That is like, if CPU goes wrong up 90% or 80%, just go and create one machine or just restart the machine or terminate the machine. This kind of thing also we can automate using alarm. CloudWatch log will monitor the complete information and logging. CloudWatch metrics is something which will help us to analyze with the help of dashboard and create a complete visualization of our infrastructure. And event is something whenever I want to get a notification or some target I want to trigger, with the help of CloudWatch event we can perform that. So any doubt till here? Okay, so let me just delete this machine and let's just go and delete the CloudWatch logs also. And go and delete the event also, and and delete the SNS also what we have created. So till now we are done with the one section from our syllabus.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just not directly start the EFS because I need the at least the complete flow in EFS, and if I'll start now it will break the flow. So let's just understand a little bit about S3 today. Only the theory part and the small things. So what is S3, what's the benefit of S3 and all those things. Okay, so any idea and any guesses about the object store and block store? What do you understand by that?
Like in the block storage, the data will be stored in blocks. Like in a different, let's say there is a block type of structure, and the data will, uh, let's say it's split in 10. My data will be split in 1 to 10 numbers, and it's gonna split between the blocks randomly and something like that.
Yeah,
Or
but
I'm not
if
sure.
I'll split my data in the blocks, then what about that? Means should I get the pieces of my data or should I will get the complete file? What about that?
It will get the complete file, but it's just the process will be faster.
Okay, okay.
Um,
Yeah,
I
Ashit.
don't know.
Kanchan, I think in object storage, we use for large amount of unstructured data,
Mm-hmm.
and in block storage, low latency and high performance for data.
And in
I
terms of
don't know.
data, you are taking like what? Database data or any type of data like file, PDF file, MP3 files like that you're talking about?
No, when we will talk about durability, storage, and all.
No, no, that's what I'm asking with you. That the data, that low latency, and all those things you're talking about in terms of database, like a table form, or any kind of data you're talking, like PDF, MP3, text file, Word file, like these type of data you're talking.
Any kind of.
Okay, somehow you are correct, but not 100%. And Smith also said something good thing. So, see, what I'm trying to explain here is I have one file, and one side we have a block storage, and other side we have a object storage. First of all, block storage means the EBS, elastic means elastic block store, that like a C drive, D drive, what we have learned, right? Volumes. So as you already aware about the volume, so you will be able to imagine this part of the image, right? That what does it means. But this is the object, and this is the bucket. Now what is the bucket? Bucket is nothing but the folder which we create inside the S3 storage. So that's known as the bucket. So what happened here is we have this file, okay? And if I want to store this file into the block store, how it is gonna be stored, and if I want to store that inside the bucket, how it will be stored. So while storing that file into the block store, what the system automatically do, they split that file into blocks. Okay, so how they split? They split in, suppose, the 9 particles. We have a 9 parts: 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when they move that block of files into the drive or the EBS block store, so they directly not move the complete file. They start moving the blocks. So first might be they move the fourth block, eighth block, ninth block, like that they start moving. And until and unless the complete 9 blocks are not moved inside this block, you won't be able to see that file, or you won't be able to open that file. Once the 9 block will be moved here, they, after moving, they combined into the single file, and you will be able to see the same file here, like this, same file. But initially that will be in the split form, blocks form. So this is how the block work. You won't be able to see from front end. This is happening in the back side. It's just the concept I'm trying to explain. If you notice some times that if I wanted to move one file from one drive to another drive, or from outside of external drive to my machine, how we copy that, how we take that? So we just simply copy and paste it over here. Okay, so whenever we paste, it will not immediately available to us. It take 1 or 2 minutes time. Okay, and it load, and that the file is in the blur form, right? You can't open it. If you try to open, the system will give the notification that the file is still not available. So this is how the block processing is being done. And under the block storage, I'm talking about the block storage, you can go ahead and configure your operating system also. You can type or store your bootable files also, along with all type of data like mp4, mp3, photos, jpg, png, word file, docs file, and the text file, pdf file. Any type of file you can go and store inside the ebs volume. There is ebs storage that's not bounded. But one additional part, what you can do, you can go ahead and create that drive as a bootable, or you can install your operating system inside that particular drive or the block store. But the problem is that block which you are using, or which is having the data, that only be accessible from the instance, right? If you have stored, for example, 100 GB of data here, and if you wanted to access that data, how you are going to access that? You have to have the instance, and then only you can go and use that. Like for example, see, this is my laptop. Okay, under this laptop I have these two drives, and if I want to access something inside which is present in my D drive, how I will get that? I need to switch on my laptop, right? But if I have data in my pen drive or the external drive, how I can go and access that? There are multiple ways to access that. Though I need a system or a laptop, I can also access that using my mobile also. We are having enough facility to access that from mobile also. We can go ahead and attach that with my router or my network drive, and that drive or that particular folder will be available on my network also, and with the help of that I can go and access that. So there are multiple ways. And see, if this is my drive, and only particularly this D drive I want to access, so I need this particular laptop only, because it is inside the laptop. But if I have an external pen drive and hard disk, I can go and use any of the system to access that. So this is kind of a difference. But the problem with the ebs is that only be accessible with the help of instances. You have to have one ec2 instance to access this ebs volume. So this is like one section, completely different use case and completely different part. Now next part is the block store. Now how the thing work inside the block store? It's very simple. Like for example, you have apple, and you want, so apple is an object. Anything could be the object. Laptop could be the object, mouse could be the object, pen is the object, right? So this is called as an object. So under S3, we create a buckets, and under the bucket we store the objects. So the object could be anything, either it could be PDF file, MP4 file, Word file, text file, anything. So the file or the data which is stored inside the S3 bucket is known as an object. And why it is called object? See, I have an apple, and if I want to store that apple inside the bucket, the whole apple will move inside the bucket and it will get stored. Like for example, if I want to store the apple inside the fridge, I can go and take the apple and I will put it inside the fridge. But if I want to store that apple into the EBS volume, it's like you can't store directly. You need to split that apple into the pieces and then only it will allow to store. This thing automatically happen. You are not doing, but it's happening automatically backside. Like this. So like this you can go ahead and store the apple. Now this is one point that you can go ahead and store a number of data, but the problem is you can't store the bootable files inside this. You can't create the S3 bucket as a C drive, that bootable drive which will help your laptop to be get up. But the benefit is you can go and access this bucket from anywhere. You just need an internet and you are good to go to access this bucket. Understood till here?
I didn't understood the part which you said, like without instant, how can we able to access the bucket? Like
Yes,
is we
yes,
can go on
yes,
the side, or like
yes,
how?
yes. That's what I am going to show you practically. Because as you have
Okay,
seen this part, I guess that's why you are able to follow that, why you are able to access this with the help of instance. But without instance, how we will access this bucket, I'll show you. But till now, just only understand that you can able
okay,
to access it, okay? But any other
okay.
doubt apart from that?
No,
Okay, great. So let's just go and see some more information about S3. S3 AWS. Let's just read some documentation, what they say. So now what is S3 and how Amazon provide the functionality and the management, we will see that. Okay, so there are some of the information which I wanted to share quickly. See, why S3 is called S3? First of all, this question. So, full form of S3 is Simple Storage Service. This is the object storage service provided by Amazon. So, if someone will ask you what is the object storage service provided by Amazon, is the S3. What is the block storage service provided by the Amazon? That is the EBS. So under Amazon S3, they provide object storage. Along with that, the scalability, data availability, security, and the performance. So how they do that? Object storage built to retrieve any amount of data from anywhere. You can store n number of data. There is no limit. And the best thing they are providing 99.99% of durability. Okay, and sorry, yeah, along with that, okay, yeah, this is the use case, normal use case. So like a built a data lake, backup and restore, archive a data, run cloud native application. I'll tell you what does all these things means, that how you can run the application also into S3. See, under S3, the features of S3, they have a storage class, multiple storage class means like the way you are storing your data inside the bucket, there are types of storage class you can go ahead and select. But here in EBS you can just go and select the type of EBS volume, like general purpose or IOPS or throughput, and you just go and store the data. At the end of the day, you are storing the data into the EBS and there will be only the data storing thing. But here in bucket you can perform multiple things, like you have a standard IA, one zone, archiving data, glacier deep archive, these kind of classes also there. We will see each and every class very closely in deep. Storage management, there are the facilities which has been provided by S3, like S3 lifecycle management. Under S3 lifecycle management, what happened is you can control the life of your data. Like for example, I have one data. Let me show you. See, this is my bucket. Inside my bucket, I have these files, and the files under this file, I have one file that is this one, sorry, which is 5 years old. This is 1 month old, and this file is recent file, recently updated. So I can manage the cost based on the life. If the recent file uploaded, I want to keep it in a normal standard format, because that's a recent file and I wanted to access that frequently. But there are file which is 5 year old, and till 5 years I have not accessed that, but because of some security mandate, I need to keep that file also with me. So what I can do, I can move this file from standard to archived location. Archived location is kind of a like archiving only, and that is cheaper than the standard. So I can move that file into archive. So that file will be available in my bucket, but that will be cost lesser than as compared to standard. So these kind of life cycle management also we can do. Object locking is nothing but it's a like kind of lock. Like for example, this particular bucket, it is accessible publicly. Anyone can go and access this bucket, but I want only this and this object should be accessible publicly. I don't want this object should be accessible publicly. So I can apply object lock over the above this object. So no one can outside the world, only except the authorized person can go and access this particular object. We also have a replication. What is the meaning of replication? Replication is kind of suppose I have one bucket in Mumbai, and all over the world people from India, US, UK are accessing this bucket from the network. So the people who is sitting in India is very easy to access this bucket, right? Because they will face the only less latency. But the people who is sitting in US and UK will not be able to get the response immediately. So what I want the US UK people should get the response early. So what we can do, we can go ahead and create one more bucket in US or UK region, whatever region we want. Suppose US region I have created, and I want all the traffic which is coming from US should be moved towards the US bucket only. But the problem is, if I have created one file here, I need to go and copy that file here also. So that there are two transactions. Sometimes it's possible that I have copied one file here, but I forgot to copy that file here. So the people from US location will not be able to see this file, right? So there, see, we are humans, it might be chances we can forget, and no one can easily track it also until and unless that the big issue will come. So how to control that? So we have one replication functionality available. So whatever data I will upload here, it will automatically get uploaded inside this bucket also. So it's like this is the source bucket and this will be the destination bucket. And they always be the identical if I have created a source to destination connection. It's like if I have copied one file here, it will automatically go and copy that file here. But if I have uploaded one file here, it will not gonna copy here in source bucket, because we have made the connection between source to destination, not destination to source. And if I want the vice versa connection also, I need to create one more source to destination connection from destination to source. This is how replica will work. This is just a theoretical concept I am just giving. We will see everything in practical. Batch operation is something we can process, or we can copy, or we can store the data in batch operation also. Millions of the object we can store. We can copy that objects or manage that with the single S3 API with a few clicks. So these are many more things. With this is also one more option, kind of high level option. Now access management, it's like okay, we will see these options, like how we can manage the access, like publicly accessible IAM we can attach, bucket policies we can attach, object policies also we can attach, access control list option also we have. Okay, so these are the things. Data protection is like data processing. We can call lambda function also. It's like whenever any operation like put operation, get operation is been done into the S3 bucket, if then we can call the lambda also. Like for example, if I'm putting any data inside the bucket, any of the data, immediately once the data is put, I want to get the lambda function to be triggered. This is also we can perform. Event notification is very simple. The same way we have just recently seen, any of the data will be stored inside the event, inside the S3. You can get the notification using SNS or SQS or the lambda whenever the changes made in your S3 resources. We also have a storage logging and monitoring facility. Instead of storing the logs into the CloudWatch logs, we can go ahead and store the logs inside the S3 also. We can monitor our bucket performance also with the help of CloudWatch. And yes, analytics and insights is something like a storage class. We can go ahead and analyze our data, that which data is costing more for me. Okay, and rest things are not that important. Okay, there are some of the components or some of the parameter which should we know, like bucket is, consider the bucket as a folder. We have an object is just a data which is stored inside the bucket. We have a key, object key. Every object will get the key, so that key will help us to access that data. Versioning also another very important concept. We will see complete that versioning part. I'm not explaining right now, I will show you the demo. Bucket policy is like a policy which we can apply on the bucket. Like for example, I don't want this bucket should be available publicly, only the authorized person get inside this bucket. And there are people, like for example, this is my bucket which is having very sensitive data. I want to give only read access to certain people, so I can manage that. I want to give the full permission to only limited peoples. And I don't want to give anyone the delete permission, so I can do that also. I can apply that bucket policy over the above. Okay, so this is also X-ray access point, ACL. Okay, these things we will see. Okay, so yeah, one more point, that is very common question: what is the minimum size and maximum size of the object? So the minimum size could be 0 byte and the maximum size could be 5 terabyte. Now the largest object that can be uploaded in a single put is 5 GB. So there is a very common question people will ask. Simple, they will ask you that what is the maximum size of maximum size object you can put inside the S3. So that in that case you need to answer that maximum size of the object could be 5 TB. But if they are asking that what is the maximum size of object you can put in a single go, then that will be the 5 GB. But what about, for example, if I wanted to put a data a file which is having 100 GB of size, or let's say 20 GB for example. So how I am going to put, is S3 will not be allow me to put that? It will allow. How they will upload that? That will be uploaded in the multi-part uploadation. That's also done in the backend automatically. they divide that into the multiple part. And see, whenever they divide into the multiple part though, so the difference between block store and the object store is, see, under block store, if they are splitting that file into the blocks, they are moving that chunks blocks in one by one. But in object store, if they are dividing your data in the multi-part option and they are putting that data into the bucket, they do parallel functioning. For example, if you have 20 GB of data and if they have split that into the three part, so they upload that all the three part parallelly in one go. It's not like first they that will go, second that will go, then third this will go. No, all the three will go in one go parallelly. Understood till now? I know it could be
Yeah.
difficult to understand theoretically, but everything we will see practically.
So in industries we use S3 or EC2.
Both are
Like
is having a
class.
different use case, and both are having a same responsibility also, and both are used widely. You will
Okay.
understand, because right now the confusion is you are trying to imagine that with the EBS, that's why it is creating a problem. But it's like under EBS, see, if I wanted to store a data inside EBS, I need to create a big size of volume. Like for example, the maximum size of volume, what, how much we can go and create, 6144 one volume. So there are somehow you will get some limitations there. And then if you want to store more data, you need to attach one more volume. So attaching more volume can cause the machine also, the performance will be slow, and that's not
Okay.
reliable. Why it is not reliable? Because the data is storing in the machine will be stored in that one machine, single machine. If, see that I have one machine, I have created one machine, there are two volumes attached it, and it is having a suppose 100 GB of data. So that the person who is able to access that machine can only go and access that. But with object store or with S3, anyone can go and access that. There is no limitation like the instance kind of thing. You will see and you will automatically
Yeah.
imagine that. Yeah,
Okay.
understood? Yeah. Any other doubt? Just leave, just try to understand or try to imagine S3, but when we will do the practical demo, you will understand everything. So don't worry.
Okay.
Any other doubt?
No.
Okay. Ashwati?
No.
Okay, great. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel.